Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Nick here, back with a brand new video. I hope that you all are having a beautiful day today. Today is Monday. Again, monthly close is happening today. Can't wait to see what happens. Right now, we are looking pretty good. I cannot lie to you guys. We'll get into that in a little bit here, but first and foremost, I do want to talk to you guys about what happened yesterday. So, I didn't make a video on this. I was a little bit busy, but I do want to inform you guys on it. I mean, I'm not going to go into too much detail. Like I said, you guys probably already heard about this, but we do want to discuss some other information here as well and kind of go into a little bit of a speculative basis that I don't like to do, but it is very interesting overall. So first and foremost, this tweet's from Jeremy Hogan. Now you guys know, love Jeremy Hogan, incredible overall lawyer, but not only that, but he also updates us pretty much with intel on the cases. But I do got to give credit where it's due with James K. Fallon really updating us overall in terms of the case movement. So we already know that the judge denied the SEC's motion to compel production of Ripple's lawyer opinion letters, aka the memos, right? This is very important because the judge states Ripple's subjective beliefs re XRP are not relevant to the fair notice defense, blocking the road the SEC wanted to use to fight the defense. So this is absolutely massive, right? We could be seeing, we could really be seeing right now an overall settlement between the SEC and Ripple, right? And I mentioned this time and time again how huge of a case this is, because once this is done, right? XRP gains regulatory clarity, first of its kind in crypto overall, right? So what do you honestly expect the price to be for XRP? Because we can't be saying, hey, $10 is the topping point if it gains clarity, because clarity is a big game changer right now. We could be potentially seeing, and this is going on a little bit of a speculative basis, so please, I'm just making sure that you guys know that this is not going to actually happen or anything like that. I don't have any factual evidence to back this, but overall, we could see Bitcoin being delisted or Ethereum be delisted or both of them, and XRP basically taking the #1 spot in the United States as it gains clarity, right? If that happens, the price of XRP cannot be topped out at $10 or anything like that. Now, of course, it's fully speculative, but like I said, even in the case that nothing gets delisted and XRP gains clarity, it will still move at astronomical rates, simply due to the fact that, first off, articles will be everywhere, relistings will happen on at major exchanges, and I mean, this would be insane for Ripple overall, because we never seen something like this at all in history, and there's a reason why they chose XRP. First off, XRP is not the only one that is in this lawsuit, right? This case is for the entire scene of crypto, right? Every holding that you have in your wallet right now, and every holding that I have in my wallet, is under scrutiny from the SEC right now due to this case, right? It's not only Ripple that's on the stand. So if you don't like XRP, or if you don't like Ripple, well, I have bad news for you, right? You got to support them during this case, because if Ripple loses this case and it's deemed a security, which I highly doubt this is actually happening, I think that the settlement's closer than it's ever been before, then it's going to be bad news for all of crypto. So nonetheless, I do want to talk to you guys about this tweet from Stuart Alderati. Now, if you guys don't know who he is, he's the general counsel for Ripple, over 35 years of legal experience and expertise in banking, regulatory affairs, and complex litigation. Now, this is interesting, right? Because this tweet says, just finished rereading Melville's Moby Dick, the story about Captain Ahab's blind and irrational obsession with hunting the white whale. Spoiler alert, it doesn't end well for Captain Ahab. Now, this was posted on May 30th at 12:12 p.m., right? This came out at May 30th, 10:13 a.m. The actual post was about 9:39 a.m. So the correlation between this and this overall case update is actually very interesting, right? Because we can even see it down here, right? We see, is this the answer to tell us you're going to win without telling us you're going to win? Because it is interesting. Why would you tweet this overall, at such a weird time, right? And that's where the real speculative basis comes in, is the settlement closer than ever before, right? Because I honestly think that a settlement is. I think overall this case was It was drawn on for far too long, and now we're really seeing it, right? We're seeing the overall effects of, why you don't go after a team like Ripple, right? Ripple has the legal team behind it. There's a ton of government officials working with Ripple. So for me personally, there's a reason why they chose Ripple and XRP. They could have went after any other asset. They could have went after Doge. They could have went, after Ethereum. I mean, there's so many other assets that are so blatantly obvious to be securities or be under scrutiny of the SEC that they could have chose, right? If we look back on Ethereum's overall past, we know that Buterin basically said that he was rug pulling investors back in like 2017 and 2018 near the top. He was selling on the investors, and he fully admitted it in a full-on interview, and nothing has ever come about it. So for me personally, there's a reason why they chose XRP. There's a reason why they want clarity in terms of Ripple and XRP, because I think that they know that it's going to be utilized on a massive scale, right? Because we already know the tech behind Ripple, the XRP ledger and everything. So, we know that it's going to be used on, a scale rather than pretty much any other asset in this game, right? The only other asset that I could think of that's doing Ripple things is Hedera, which Hedera is behind in terms of tech and overall experience because, Ripple's been on the block since 2013. So, me personally, I still think Ripple has the overall hand here. But I thought this was very interesting to really quote this because, this tweet is very correlative to this overall decision in the case, which I thought was very interesting. But we also see this article, which this is from April 8th. Now, John E. Deaton said that this article is ever more true now, since we got this overall court ruling than it is before, right? And we see in the Ripple case, the SEC is now on trial and knows it. And basically, if we come down here, right, we see, just overall, we see the idea that, people come into this game and they kind of overstretch what they're really trying to get out of the case, right? And we see here this familiar story is playing out in the U.S. SEC Commission's lawsuit against cryptocurrency innovator Ripple. But the buck stops with Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn, whose discovery hearing in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York on Tuesday exposed the SEC's unfounded and flawed arguments and some inconvenient truths for the former SEC Chair Jay Clayton and former SEC Corporation Finance Division Head William Hinman, right? Now, overall, we even see down here that pretty much it's alleged that XRP, the digital currency that Ripple uses for cross-border payments, has been unregistered security since 2013. Now, we already talked about overall this idea that, they've been saying since 2013 it's been a security, but they were meeting with the SEC pretty much on a weekly basis. They already mentioned that. But it's funny that we see in 2018, Clayton told CNBC that Bitcoin is not a security, and Hinman gave a widely covered speech which laid out how Ethereum was not a security, despite debuting an initial coin offer in ICO in 2014. With XRP, they said its status had not been determined. Trading platforms asked the SEC if XRP was a security before listing the token, and the agency refused to clarify. So, I mean, overall, there's a reason why they kind of drug this out. But pretty much, we see here that basically it's rolling in Ripple's favor, right? We're seeing that overall pretty much on every single meeting now. The last three, or I should say the last couple call-ins, I honestly was there, and it just seemed like Ripple was winning pretty much every single time. And I think it's only a matter of time before we see, XRP back on the top three at least, right? We're seeing right now, it's currently trading above the weekly EMA. We come to the 1 hour, we're kind of still treading above it. We're breaking key support areas right now, right? I even mentioned in my previous video that I figured we would reclaim the 1 day EMA, right? Because the 1 day EMA is very important to reclaim, right? That $1.20 range, right? But we are claiming other EMAs on the 1 week and the 1 hour for the most part, right? But right now, my eyes are on reclaiming the 1 day EMA, which is that $1.20. And right now, things are looking good, right? Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, things are looking massive for the crypto market. And I will do some more updates later today on HBAR, Bitcoin Cash, because I know a lot of people are still asking me about Bitcoin Cash overall. Trust me, my basis has not changed so far. I'm still very bullish on it. But for the most part, we're looking at some key levels here. And let me actually duplicate this tab and go to the Bitcoin chart as well, because that is also very important right now, because we're kind of treading on some nice trend lines here. So currently we're trading at about $37,125. I want this level to hold, right? You guys already know I want this 38K level to be breached, right? I think we could possibly see XRP close above $1.20 today. If, and I say if very, very strongly, Bitcoin could reclaim that 38K level and push up a little bit more to that 42K level to retest it. But so far, and I can't stress this enough, things are looking pretty good. We are seeing some buy pressure. Overall, the sell pressure looks a little bit weak overall. But right now, I'm really looking for this EMA to get reclaimed. I mean, this is on the 1 week, so let's go to the 1 day. So right now, this chart looks pretty good. Like I said, inverted hammer. Last night I said the chart looked pretty good for putting a perfect inverted hammer pattern. And so far we are seeing that, right? We're still in a little bit of an upward trend. I mean, unless we break down to key levels at like that 33.5K, then we're not in an upward trend. But I'm thinking that we're still okay. I don't expect a breakdown to 33.5K. I know a lot of people are still saying, hey, the bottom's not in, but I honestly do think that the bottom is in for Bitcoin. I think that we're in the recovery process right now. But we still got to keep an eye on some key resistance levels, as like I mentioned, 41K, 42K, that's a pretty strong resistance level right there, right? Now, we got to see if 38K is cleared, because if 38K is not cleared, then that is a very strong resistance level. But if we go here to the 1 hour, we could see that 37K has been tested quite a bit here, right? So let me zoom in real quick just to keep you guys pretty much in detail. So if we see here, right, 37K here, well, 37.1 was breached, but we kind of came down just a little bit. Now this is just recently, right? This is this hour candle. We actually just watched this live hit this target. Now we got pretty much thrown down from this candle here at 37.158. Came down a little bit to about 36.3. Not too bad. But we're finding some resistance in this level here, right? Let's throw a horizontal line on it. So this level here is pretty much a strong resistance level at that 37.158. I mean, it's just a little bit of resistance. I think once we break that, or even break the top of this candle at 37.3K, then we'll pretty much be golden. Now, 37.3K is a good target to really breach, right? Because if we look here, that kind of reclaims the overall support or the overall resistance on the 29th, right? Because that's the same target that we hit there. But if we see, it's also the same target on the 28th, nearly the 28th again back here as well. Now, I think if we could reclaim that 38 or that 37.3K level, then we could easily hit the 38K level today. Now, again, we really got to watch the PA play out here, because we are still treading ahead of the EMA here, as you guys see. We actually broke the EMA currently at 35.almost 5K. That was the target originally to claim on the 1 hour. Now, overall, things are looking pretty good, like I said, for Bitcoin. Price action looks pretty decent overall. We are in a little bit of an upward trend, but we still got to watch for those key resistance levels. But if we look here on XRP, like I said, we broke a little bit below my original, line here, which was the support line, even going back to the 7th of April. Now we broke down a little bit. I was expecting a little bit lower overall, but we didn't get the low. We actually reclaimed this zone, which meant, hey, we are going higher. Now we are trading in that upward trend, just similar to Bitcoin. If we come over to Bitcoin dominance as well, we can kind of see that Bitcoin dominance is a little bit on low. Now, like I said, we will see those lowers as we pretty much breach off of that EMA. Now this is on the 1 week, so we got to kind of go look at the 1 day. We are still trading below it overall, which is good. The 1 hour, we might be a little bit on it. Yep, so we're pretty much right on the EMA for the 1 hour. We are trading a little bit below it as well, which is great. That means that we see much lower, obviously, but for the most part, I am expecting us to be back into the low 40s, which I mean we are, but I'm talking about like 40 levels to pretty much reclaim what we were at before the major dip overall. Now, like I said, we still got to watch here because 37K seems like a pretty strong resistance level for Bitcoin, right? We're seeing it get a little bit rejected here overall, but like I said, you know, a close above 36.5K to even 37K is massive for Bitcoin today. So we got to really watch this because there's still quite a bit of time, right? You know, it's only 11:30 a.m. So, you know, we have a couple hours still to go before the close, actually. So, you know, we really got to watch the market today because PA and pretty much resistance levels right now are the big playing keys right now for Bitcoin. Again, I will keep you guys updated along the way. But for the most part, incredible news overall from the XRP and the SEC lawsuit. But also, major news overall in terms of the charts and price targets for Bitcoin and overall XRP as well. So nonetheless, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys learned a little bit overall. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. It helps the channel grow. If you guys do want more free knowledge, you guys could follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial, and you guys could also join the Discord down in the description for free. Nonetheless, I hope that you guys have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.